You ever experienced something you can't explain? 1. Yes. After my father died suddenly I had to clean out his place and dispose of any of his things that we didn't want to keep. In his things was his cell phone. I got all the contacts out of it and then turned the phone off for the last time and put it in a drawer in my office. I spent that first week sort of in shock and planning for the funeral and settling his estate. At one point I had wondered why I hadn't felt that he was around me. About 5 minutes later my phone rang. Caller ID showed it was my dad calling from his cell phone number. What? Exclamation mark. I just sat there in shock for a couple of rings trying to process it. I answered the phone and there was nobody there. I rushed from my house to my office and his phone was still in the drawer and still turned off. It was a couple days later and I was still trying to understand what happened. I finally mentioned it to my stepmother, my father's second wife, and she said she got a similar call at the same time on the same day. Too crazy. Hard to explain. 2. My grandmother was quite old, around 87. She stopped moving, speaking and doing all daily life activities when she turned 85. She was completely bedridden and did not even open her eyes for 1 year until that one day. That day came when my father returned